Era, o som tá saindo da TV, acabei de botar. Calma. Tá, agora acho que tá certo. Vamos ver? Aê! E aí, pessoal? Quem fala aqui é o Kelly Soli, voltando mais uma vez com o Dragon Age aqui no canal. Semana passada teve 2 vídeos, essa semana deve ter 2 ou 3. É difícil ter vídeo toda semana agora. Eu já conversei com você.
Yes, love?
Ah, que fofa ela.
I'll be back if I need you.
You will, yeah.
Ah, eu fiz a missão dela já. Eu não lembro. Eu acho. Quer dizer, a esse ponto já deve estar postado. Mas do ponto de vista de vocês não tá postado ainda. Quer dizer, do meu ponto de vista já tá postado. Ah, do meu ponto de vista não tá postado. Do ponto de vista de vocês já tá postado, entendeu?
Hello again.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Eu não sei se eu vou fazer a missão principal agora. Tem algumas coisas que eu queria fazer. Primeiro, conversar com a Morgan depois. E calma lá aqui, ó. Eu quero fazer essa missão aqui da Liliana. Eu tô indo pro final do jogo já. Olha. Eu amo a Sarah. Eu amo muito a Sarah. É o amor da minha vida, essa mulher. Nos jogos, né? Porque eu já namoro. Mas vocês entenderam. Verdade, quem não for inscrito, se inscreve no canal. Zelda, eu acho que vai sair só semana que vem. Eu tô vendo assim, porque tipo, tem umas séries que eu queria voltar a fazer. Baldur's Gate, por exemplo, que eu fiz um vídeo. Uma série que eu prometi muito tempo atrás, que eu nunca gravei, que é o God of War. Aproveitar que agora saiu o Ragnarok também, um dia eu compro, daí eu já gravo o primeiro. Eu joguei o 1, 2 e o 3, tá? Só pra vocês saberem. Só que a questão é que não tem como eu gravar. Eu não tenho PS3. Nem vou baixar emulador, que não faz muito bem isso. Espera um pouquinho. Vamos continuar.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort.
Quem já foi inscrito, dá um like, compartilha, ajuda bastante. Quem não foi inscrito, assiste o vídeo. Espero que você goste bastante, tá bom? Lembrando que essa série aqui é só pra mostrar algumas coisas que eu fiz, mas não é o meu save principal. Então quando eu for jogar, eu vou montar o meu save principal, porque pelo que eu vi não vai ter o Dragon Age Keep.
Makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here.
Por que que o jogo tira minha armadura, porra?
Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. From a barren branch, that light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
Looking at something in here. Let's look around.
Cloister in Lothar when the blight began. There was a lot of fear back then. No one knew what was going on, whether we would live or die. And then one more, I found a single bloom on a dead rose bush. And I thought, even in the midst of all this, life finds a way. they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We'd never give up the traditions of... We love it, Divine.
That is lovely to hear. I'm terrible sometimes. It's terrifying, beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like a cloud. Like a broken mirror.
Yes. Spectacular, isn't it?
What was that?
O que tem aí?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Liliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thidas away from the true chantry. It must be stopped.
Ah, vá merda, vai.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
Good work. We know the name of our enemy. That's half the battle won.
Exactly.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
Release her, Liliana. She's no threat.
The Grand Cleric.
She is one woman. We are the Inquisition.
The Inquisitor has spoken. Run. Tell your mistress that she has a choice. The Inquisition is coming.
Inquisition's alive! Ai, ai, o que tem dentro dessa caixinha aí? Eu não lembro.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
If it were not for you, I would have killed Natalie and called it a good thing. Thank you for showing me what was right when I couldn't see it for myself. There are things that must be said, but not here. I will see you back at Skyhold.
Eu vou voltar lá pra Fortaleza do Céu e eu já volto, porque eu também tenho que fazer um negócio ali. Então, 1, 2, 3. Voltei. Falar com a Liliana lá. Daí falar com a Morgan e ver, provavelmente, talvez ir pra próxima missão. Aparentemente não tem mais nada pra fazer. Não que eu lembre.
I told them the offer was the best we could do.
Acho que essa é a penúltima missão antes da última, se não me engano mesmo.
Grand Cleric Victoire has offered the ambassador support for the Inquisition.
Ah, Natalie is as persuasive as ever.
I'm told that Ambassador Montillier is pleased with the restraint you showed in Valence.
She's positively beside herself. I will never hear the end of it.
Niceness before knives, Liliana. Haven't I always told you?
Will that be all, my lady?
For now.
How have you been feeling since Valence?
Good. Wonderful. Valence was something of a rebirth for me. If you hadn't been with me at Valence, I would have killed Natalie. I'd have told you that I didn't have a choice. But there is always a choice. I am more than this. I am more than what Justinia made me.
Then put Justinia behind you. Remember your Inquisition now.
Of course. I won't forget my duty, and I won't forget that it's not all I am. I almost lost myself.
Que bom, né, que você nos perdeu.
I expected the hero Ferelden to be at Adamant, but he was not with the other wardens. He studied the Blight after killing the Archdemon, and may know something that could help us. If you like, I can have agents look for him.
That sounds like a wise choice.
I'll make preparations in the war room. Now, was there anything else?
I'll leave you to your work.
Oh, foi. Ah, tá. Como você tá, chefia?
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I'll take your word for it. Really, you don't need to thank me.
No, I do. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
You're a better person than you give yourself credit for.
I appreciate the thought, but I know who I am. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
I've met good people here. Knowing they have my back, it helps.
You certainly keep interesting company. I suppose I do as well.
Bom que ele tá bem.
Was there something you needed?
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Então acho que agora é falar com a Morgan e pra sala de guerra, provável.
How can I help?
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Tem uma interação ali, se eu não me engano, quer ver? Ó? É com o filho dela, eu acho. Viu?
You're the Inquisitor. You're very tall. Mother didn't say you were a Canary.
Oh? I'm told it's the first thing one notices about me.
I noticed your blood. It doesn't belong to your people.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man. My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
É isso a interação só.
I was pleased to learn you saved the Grey Wardens from their own self-destructive foolishness. For all their eagerness to shed blood for their cause, we will still need them should another blight arise. It's fortunate my warden was not there, or he would surely have been in the middle of it.
Your warden?
You might know him as the Hero of Ferelden. A lofty title, though he wears it well.
Where is your warden now?
My love is on a quest to combat the calling. The actual calling that signals the end of a warden's life. If he is successful, it will mean a long life for him. Perhaps for them all. Once Corypheus has been defeated, I fully intend to join my love once more. Kieran misses him greatly.
How can the calling be stopped? Is that actually possible?
Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a Grey Warden, but something removed the blight from her
Então, né?
blood.
Se ela consegue, outras pessoas
Similarly, a
conseguem.
warden mage named Avernus performed experiments that prolonged his life to unnatural lengths. So, we know it is possible. Indeed, 'twas I who found the lead my love now follows in the Western lands. Success is not guaranteed, of course, but he has never lacked for determination.
Are the two of you happy together?
The three of us, and it is little business of yours. But yes, I never thought to find someone in this world I could trust as an equal. He has been a good partner, and a good father. And now I pray we discuss something else, lest these honeyed words make me vomit.
Is there any way the Hero of Ferelden could help us against Corypheus?
'Tis unlikely. Corypheus uses the blight, but he is not controlled by it like a true Darkspawn. Still, my love has ever been resourceful. I can give the Inquisition a means to send him a message.
Então. Deixa eu passar isso aqui. Não, eu vou fazer a missão principal. Eu tô com preguiça de fazer isso aí. Tipo. Tipo, afeta essa missão principal, esse negócio, mas.
Another letter from
Acho
Master Tim.
necessário fazer isso.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montillier's fortunes.
I remember you said your family had been forbidden from trading in Orlais.
It's devastated our finances. The Montillier's have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I had no idea your family's situation was so precarious.
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It's just... it is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Is there anything I can do?
I'd
Talvez eu faça um
almost
negócio
solve their
agora.
problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montillier's as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royeaux... I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Val Royeaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means... you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Eu vou fazer essa missão, mas antes eu vou pegar as coisas ali, da mesa de guerra, e vou fazer um corte. Um corte para ir até o local da missão, que daí pelo menos ganhar tempo. E daí talvez nesse meio eu faça essa missão secundária do Cullen ele pediu ali pra mim. Porque pode ser importante para essa próxima missão que eu ia vir logo logo.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
Ok, agora eu vou cortar e já volto. Daqui a pouquinho eu voltei, eu sei que parece que eu não saí da Fortaleza do Céu, mas é que eu fui lá, peguei as coisas do Samson que o cara pediu pra nós. Ah não, mano. Ai ai, eu vou pra Royal que eu ganho mais. E eu vou sozinho. Eu achei que era tipo, eu e o Cullen indo em algum lugar, mas já que não é, foda-se. Caguei e andei. Eu não quero ter que ir em outra região, fazer todo um bagulho específico que vai demorar, sei lá, uns 10, 20 minutos. Não é demais esse papo, porque eu lembro que aquele local que ele pediu pra eu ir é um pouquinho longe, tem muito inimigo. Eu vou fazer o porque o dela é mais tranquilo. E daí depois eu vou pra missão principal. Foda-se.
How odd that more men show up at the manor to speak with you. Just get it done.
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert's invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Lead the way.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Boisvert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montily's servants must weigh heavily on you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for a life.
Okay.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montilier's trading exile in Orgulho.
Who's sending these assassins?
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
I assume you have a thought or two on this, Josephine?
The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montilyet. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orgulho. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
I thought you were remarkably well informed about a secret assassins guild.
We are hardly secret, my dear Inquisitor, just normally much more reclusive. The contract on Lady Montily's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Du Paraquet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Go, then.
Good day, Your Worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Eu concordo. Tá, deixa minha amiga em paz.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle
Ó,
walls
vou
around
aqui,
me.
tá?
Do you hear something?
Vamos voltar, vai. Destroyed Alexander Hamilton. Desculpa, é que eu tava escutando essa música agora há pouco. Eu fazia um negócio do nosso capitão que eu achei que ia ser algo rápido. E na verdade não foi.
We look like a capital now. Nearly. And it's spreading. Canvas is much more homey when you say.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last two parakeets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royaux?
We can solve this without more deaths on either side.
My people are ready, should you change your mind. I'll post a watch on our ambassador in case the House of Repose visits.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the two parakeets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
You said I'd have to do some favors in Val Royaux if we want to make the Du Paraquets lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to sponsoring the Du Paraquets as lords.
Ok. Eu já ia vir pra mesa de guerra mesmo.
That Dalish elf who joined us is eager, to say the least.
The Dalish possess great knowledge. We should be honored to have him with us.
Eu não vou usar... Porra, eu vou direto pra missão, vai.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work, if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
I won't allow it. I can't.
Indeed, should Corypheus succeed, do not doubt you would be first to feel his holy wrath.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You overcome it, all three of you, together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents, will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence, but the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
We've embarked on a quest that ends in facing the most powerful monster in all Thedas. Do get a good night's sleep.
As you wish.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this illuvion.
Vai doer, descansa, porra. Eu não vou gravar as DLC, sendo sincero, agora que eu pensei que, tipo assim, as duas DLC, talvez eu grave, talvez não, porque, tipo assim, duas DLC são meio desnecessárias. Na verdade, uma delas é muito necessária. São 3 DLC. Tem a Trapestra, que se passa 2 anos depois desse jogo. As outras duas são histórias meio paralelas, mas provavelmente deve ter alguma coisa que vai ser importante pro próximo jogo. Principalmente a da Anã. Mas eu queria mais mostrar minhas decisões importantes. Qualquer coisa, tipo, lá na hora, se tiver... Quando eu for montar meu save no próximo Dragon Age, qualquer coisa, eu falo, ó, eu fiz isso, isso e isso no meu save original. O original mesmo, não que não é esse. Aqui é só pra eu rejogar e mostrar pra vocês algumas coisas. É um pouco diferente do meu save já, mas tudo bem. Não muda tanto.
Inquisitor.
How goes the battle, Captain?
The Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lady, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Another way to let people down if I falter. Thank you for the reminder.
'Twas not I who raised an army of faithful to storm this land, Inquisitor. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the illuvion he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Bora, pessoal.
Now that's a view. Get your blood going.
Come on, let's go plug some assholes.
I hope you're right about this temple, Morrigan. I could use a building or two.
Do the woods discomfort you, Pathos?
It's mostly the people trying to cut our heads off that manage that.
Consegue, tá? Let's go, bora lá, porra. Acabar com essa merda. Primeiro bloqueio. Eu não sou obrigado a parar pra ajudar, então, né? Obrigado aí pelo aviso, tá, pessoal? Tô no caminho certo? Acho que não. É pra lá.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Watch yourself! Archers on the wall!
Attacked by elves?
Not for long we weren't. Weird looking, though.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Não é problema meu. Quer dizer... Mais ou menos. Pirrei, desculpa. Pessoal, eu tô passando, com licença, obrigado. Deixa aí que eles se matem, vai. A Sarah sempre acaba caindo, é normal. Mas ela tá bem. Esse é o importante.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Any chance Corypheus will finally grace us with his presence?
I'd count on it. Be ready.
I hear fighting ahead.
Namilana Sabanalet.
They still think to fight us, Master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Caralho.
It cannot be!
Across the bridge! Now! Dun, 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 dun.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
If he's here for a mirror, why'd Corypheus say he wants a well of sorrows?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
You're not certain? You said you knew what he was looking for.
I suspected. I did not know. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, Darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So, how many times do we need to kill him? It's a small number, right?
Strike Corypheus down. It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
I only recognize a few phrases. A Belisan, meaning place of sorrow. That must be the well. There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Oh, no. This is bad. Rituals are bad. You can't want this.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back. Well done. Let us see what awaits. I see the Red Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Looks like an ambush. Impressive work.
Anything good on them?
Rummage their corpses, by all means. Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the Dread Wolf, Fen'Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen'Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer, Mafarath, as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function, a reminder of vigilance for the faithful. Still, so long as the wolf's jaws cannot close around us, we may pass safely on.
Eles são poucas ideias.
Hold them off!
We might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You forget that army fighting for us out there? Longer we play around, the more Inquisition soldiers die. There's a hole. Jump in.
Just a thought. Maybe rushing through this place like a mad bull isn't the best plan.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I should take your word that this is altruism and not hunger for power.
Yes. Far easier to believe the Witch of the Wilds full of greed. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
Eu tive que dizer que o meu celular estava. Aí, nossa.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Vai não, meu filho. Bora fazer isso aqui. Ah, quer saber? Eu vou dar um corte nesse puzzle aqui. Não vou não, porque vocês precisam ver pra quem nunca viu, né?
Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Aí, né? Tutorialzinho pra quem quer fazer isso aqui. Simples e rápido, entendeu? Um dos mais difíceis de todos. Ué. Tá bom, né? Só que falta tá bugado, só que aí eu vou ficar puto demais. Ah, entendi. Eu tinha esquecido desse fator. Tem que concluir os dois ao mesmo tempo.
slit.
So can we go? Now?
Come. Let us see if the doors have opened.
Eu sei que a Sarah desaprova. Eu entendo ela, eu também não queria fazer. Eu só fiz pra mostrar pra vocês, caso vocês queiram fazer. Tem uma conquista por conta disso, se não me engano. Então, é isso aí.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Venavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths alongside Elven. Or at least those having our features. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
I'll admit the idea of fighting the last of their kind does not thrill me.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled. Even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morgan!
Porra, Morgan.
One stayed behind. Our guide, I suppose.
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morgan chased off on her own. This place looks untouched.
You have any idea how much this place is worth?
Don't let Solus hear you say that.
Admit it. You were wondering.
Ah, só nível 18 que dá pra botar na serra. Tá nível 16 ainda. Vamos, minha filha, anda. Deve ser nada.
Penshra! Gilas Velathan!
Just a quick look around.
Vamos, vem, anda rápido, bora. Preguiçosa.
Vir Sumiel.
Bora, vem. Abre logo aqui, cacete. Anda que nem uma... Preguiçosa do cacete.
The Well of Sorrows.
That's... something.
How has such magic lasted?
Samson, cadê você?
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. We come to the back end of nowhere, and here you are.
Leading the Inquisition takes me to all sorts of interesting places.
You came too far this time. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
Is that the best you could do? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength the Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. I will bring Corypheus the well's power and your head, all at once. To arms!
Deu certo.
Not the well, you wretch. You can't take it from Corypheus. You mustn't.
Still alive. He's tough. We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment. Avalon!
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Corypheus needed Samson to use the well. Without him, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place. The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around you. Everything your people were. It's already gone.
It is.
Why remain? Why perform a duty without purpose?
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Thank you for this gift, Abalas.
Do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
E agora, hein?
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Let's not be reckless. I don't want anyone hurt.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service. Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
What's to stop you from taking the knowledge and leaving?
My word. If that seems insufficient, Corypheus threatens all. Even myself. He must be stopped.
And who stops you?
I, Inquisitor, seek neither immortality nor your life.
Thoughts?
It all seems ghoulish. Let Morrigan use it, if she wants it so much.
It's called the Well of Sorrows. Sorrows? No one should go in the Well of Sorrows.
Any chance this well could help us against Corypheus? I say you take it.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
It's yours.
Eu não queria usar. Forma.
Morrigan. Are you all right?
Morrigan!
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can... The Illuvian!
Through the mirror!
Trouxa! Demora pra carregar, hein? Qualquer coisa eu corto.
It is done.
Firmada pulando. Pá, pá, pá.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Meaning he will attack us directly, at Skyhold.
Not necessarily. But neither will he remain idle.
And how could you have such insight into his plans?
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom. Secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
We defeated his army, and elven magic killed him at the temple. He's not invincible.
Not invincible, but incredibly powerful and immortal. Yet, there is a way. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Just kill his dragon? Why didn't we think of that before?
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
Ok. Faça isso depois, porque provavelmente vai ser
I'll
uma das
see to
últimas
Skyhold's
missões.
defenses in the meantime.
De qualquer forma, eu quero ir pra sala de guerra fazer um negócio. Acho que é um bom vídeo isso aqui, então vou encerrar por aqui e é isso. Aí eu já começo o próximo já.